guys, I'm back and we are all done. Okay, we are all done, right? It's perfect. So definitely use, I don't want to turn this too much yet because it's quite, I'm just going very slowly because it's still a little bit wet, right? And I shouldn't really be doing this until it's completely hardened and dried. But look at that, it's absolutely perfect. And this is what I mean by having this handle on the side, okay? It helps, just in case, if you want to do it that way. Again, I'm doing this very slowly because it's still wet. You know, my patience, I don't have very much patience. But yes, it's perfect. So for this one, you got your 2 washers. Yes, use 4 on each side of those. It's much better. It runs a lot smoother because we've got that little bit of extra on it. 4 washers is better than 3. You know, on this one. So that is our Hexagon Ferris wheel. Now I'm going to stress one more time, it doesn't look the same on camera as it does in real life, and you'll see it more through the pictures I take. If I bring it up to the camera, can you see? You can see the cages in there. Okay, you can see them, and when it sits down flush, they are completely in line with the bottom 2. Although it's very difficult for you to see that on camera, I know it does look strange, it doesn't in real life. You can see that these are lined up with these 2, and it does help if you've cut out these filigrees as well. So like I said, it's rigid, it's hard. You can weigh this down if you wanted to, so you can put some weight in the bottom of it, and then when you're turning it, I'll do it one more time. Again, I'm doing it very slowly, and I'm going to turn it from here just because it's still wet. Let's do it this way. But can you see, look at how they're turning. Do you see? They're turning perfectly. So you can now put weight in them. You can put little, you know, use it as for your table at Christmas. You know, put your little nuts, put your little, it could be a sweet Ferris wheel. You can do anything you want with these. If you've got a really big craft room, I mean, you could do anything. You could put, you know, little, your little bits of tape. Let's just put some tape in here. Some pegs. Let's put some pegs. Let's just see if this is going to work. I'll do it this side because, do you see, it's now fully functional, right? It's now fully functional, and nothing. I'm going to use this side. I don't want to touch that handle. Honestly, it's still wet, but it'll work fine. Just got a little catch there. I think that's where my things have come off. But can you see? It's perfect, right? So we now have a fully functional Ferris wheel. Yes, I'm going to have to go over these myself because I'll tell you why. It's my tape. That's why. So we now have a fully functioning Ferris wheel, and it looks beautiful. Let's take these out now. Just take these bits out, and then I just want to show you one more time just the difference between the 2, and I will come back. I mean, the principles are the same. Let's pop that one there. This is another one I had done, okay, using the octagon, right? So the principles are exactly the same. The only thing with the octagon is you do have to leave 2 carriages off of this one, and you have to put them on at the end. Because I don't know, actually, maybe because we're going to have to use smaller boxes, it might not be a problem, but it's getting your hand in the cage to stick them down. But I think if you're using the same principles as this one, where we're not cutting in, these 2 I used by using the craft knife. You see, I use these using the craft knife, so it's come out. It doesn't sit any differently. Let's just say it doesn't sit any differently. But those are your two different, your octagon and your hexagon. And I'll say it again, you know, for a project where we've given ourselves a nice remit of let's make a Ferris wheel now using the rotating memoirs and using the chai tea caddy, we've got there. We've got there with this one. You cannot use it. Yes, it does work. It goes around perfectly, but they stick. They don't sit flat like these do. So I will come back to the drawing board with this one because I would like to really try this with the new craft kit, the new Tonic craft kit, because I think those carriages are going to work perfectly on here. It's going to look different because obviously we're not using the hexagon boxes. But what I'm saying is, yes, they take time. Yes, they take a lot of cardstock. It's a lot of effort. They are Ferris wheels are mammoth projects. But if you have craft stores and you want that extra piece, that piece that really stands out from everybody else's, then sometimes you do have to go that extra mile to get there, you know. And, you know, I mean, just 3. I mean, I know it's a lot of work. It's 2-3 weeks work putting these together. It is 2-3 weeks work. But imagine those on your craft store, and that's going to draw, that's what I'm saying, that's going to draw people to your craft stall. So, you know, maybe we can figure out a way of making a small one, but we are limited because of the spindle and because of the stand in this. We are only limited, unfortunately, to this size. Even if you use the Tantalus, and then I'm going to pop off. But the Tantalus has got a much smaller handle, right? So in theory, you could probably do the same. But the problem is the Tantalus doesn't have a stand where it rotates. And in order to do that, this is where the design work is fantastic on the rotating memoirs, because in order to replicate something like that, I mean, forget it. You're going to have to really know about designing projects to be able to make, do you understand, a smaller one of these. But you never know. Maybe, you know, Tonic are always bringing out lots of products. We love the products that they bring out, and you never know, they may bring out another rotating something with another stand, and maybe it might be a bit smaller, and then we can maybe look at it and use it to make a much smaller Ferris wheel. But until we have those things, we're limited. But I think overall, as a nice little project, even if you just want to do one for yourself for Christmas, have it on the mantelpiece, have it on your table at Christmas with some sweets in there. You know, you've got the kids coming over, the grandkids. You know, the grandchildren will love this. Your grandchildren are going to love it because it's a fully functional wheel that they can, you know, it's like, it's a kinesthetic thing, isn't it? They can move it and play with it, and I don't know, put their little toys in there. I mean, is it gonks or gnomes? They're all the rage now, aren't they, this year? 2021 is the poor elf. Poor Mr. Elf has been put on the shelf. He really has, hasn't he? And it's now the I think they call them gonks, but it's now the gonks' time to shine, isn't it? So, right. That's the hexagon Ferris wheel, okay? Octagon's going to work the same. We just got to rejig these little octagon cages and let's change them for something else, okay? We've got our 3.7 centimetre hexagon, which I could more than likely I'm going to try out, because it would be nice to know if you do have all these sets anyway, that one more set, that Tonic craft kit that they've just brought out, there's a possibility there that there's 2 separate cages you can use for these, for both of them. You know, that it's going to work for both sets. So in value for money, the recent Flower Power kit's really going to give you value for money for making the cages. Right, I'm going to stop talking. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. If you do decide to go ahead and do it, I'm always available. Send me a message, send me put in a comment. and I am more than happy to help you with construction if you're stuck. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in my next tutorial. Thanks for watching. Bye.